What's going on, guys? This is Samuel checking in from SAMOKFIT. Hope you guys are doing terrific. In today's video, we are going to be covering the topic of what to do when you overeat.
Run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it.
Hey, so to begin, I just want to mention this is a new series I am thinking about starting to do. It depends on what kind of traffic or what kind of enthusiasm that I get around this topic or this sort of question, and it's going to be in the form of a Q&A. Answer some of your burning questions. So if you like the format of this video, subscribe for the YouTube algorithms, and put your questions down below, or just shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm going to pick the question and I'm going to come over on YouTube and answer that question for you. And why YouTube? Why not directly on Instagram? YouTube is just that platform where I can do the video. In case somebody asks me a similar question, I can always direct them to this specific video or that specific video that can help them out. The goal of doing videos like this is to help you out. So the first installment of this sort of a video is going to be a question that I got from somebody on Instagram, and the question essentially say, "Yo, I have a question. What would you do if you overeat on your diet? I've been consistent for 3 weeks, but yesterday I overate by 1,500 calories, and now I'm going to cut my calories from 2,100 calories to 1,600 calories for the next day to compensate. Recommended?" I posted a question on Instagram, and I'm always looking for an opportunity just to hopefully educate people. The questions that I get, the answers that I give, the Instagram posts that I post, YouTube that I post, is not to get viral. It's the sole purpose is to put information out there. So without further ado, let's get into the question. I did reach out and I respond. I typically respond to every YouTube YouTube or Instagram questions that I get, and I put a poll on Instagram also, trying to feel what people think they should do around this topic. And a lot of times what has been my downfall in the past is I assume people know the answer to this question, but then you get questions like this on a regular basis. So obviously there's one or two people out there, or maybe a few hundred or a few thousand people out there that do not understand the process of how these things work. So if you don't know, I am a coach. If you're interested in coaching, SAMOKFIT, I am also a coach for Renaissance periodization, content spread with the homie Jared. So if you're interested, definitely check that out. I'm not sure when this video is going to be out, but they are doing 10% off, I believe, for the coaching services for till the end of the month, I think, or maybe till the end of this week. But anyways, to the question. So what should you do? So this gentleman is pretty much asking, okay, I have allotment of 2,100 calories and I overeat by 1,500 calories. Should I do the difference and I just drastically cut that down? No. The first thing I want to get out to begin with is make sure you are in a caloric or macro or calorie set point that's going to allow you to get the result, aka if it's fat loss, if it's maintenance, if it's just to build muscle, maybe you make sure you are in that caloric set point to make sure you are achieving that goal. If you're interested in how to set up your calories, definitely check out my video that I put in the link in the description talking about how to calculate your macros. So once you do that, make sure the first question I will actually ask that if that person was my client, okay, why did you overeat in the first place? The reason why you overate is it because you don't have a proper plan in place? You didn't set yourself up for success? Did you just casually just say, I have a quote unquote a fucking moment? I'm gonna bleep that out, or maybe not. But the goal is you want to put yourself in a place where you're not gonna overeat to begin with. But if you do overeat, the goal is to get back to where you were. And no, you're gonna wake up the next day, you're gonna put on 2 or 3 pounds, you're gonna freak out. No, you did not put on fat in 24 hours. Yes, the volume that you ate overnight is still sitting around. Your stomach is not used to digesting that huge amount of calories to begin with. So it's gonna take some time to process that. You are gonna have some edema, aka water retention, due to all the carbs or maybe sodium that you've ingested from the day before. So do not freak out. You did not put on a lot of fat all of a sudden. A lot of them are water retention, a lot of them are just edema that's sitting through, and a lot of them are going to take time to dissipate. It's going to take 2 or 3 days to dissipate. So what should you do? No, you should not go ahead and kill yourself by doing tons and tons of cardio. No, you should not go ahead and do, because I overate by 1,500 calories, I should do 1,500 calories worth of cardio so I can compensate for that. That actually is a different topic, because that can create a bad relationship with food. You shouldn't look at food as, if I do 200 calories, I should be able to eat 200 calories. No, if your set point is 2,000 calories to put yourself in a deficit, try to get that. Don't say, I'm kind of hungry, so let me do a little more calories let me do 250 calories worth of cardio so I can bump my carbs up. It doesn't work like that. You want to give yourself enough opportunity to keep yourself in a caloric deficit in order for you to lose some weight. No, so you shouldn't overkill yourself on cardio, and no, you should not use any carb blocker. Carb blockers will not work before you quote unquote cheat. Carb blockers will not stop your body from absorbing or digesting the carbs. It will not work for you. It doesn't work like that. No, does it work? Should you even think about, using some sort of supplement to stop your body from doing what it naturally should do, which is break down energy, break down food? You shouldn't do that. No tummy tea is not going to work for you. No detox is going to work for you. The only thing that will work for you, that will put yourself back in that situation that you were before, is just to get back to where you were before. If your calories or macros were 2,000 calories and you overate by 1,500, meaning you consume 3,500 calories, just go back to 1,000 calories the next day. Yes, it's going to take you a day or two for you to go back to normal, or maybe you might gain, might put on, a pound or so, of fat in the next few days, but that number will go back down. A lot of people I know it's a lot of psychological effect that might come from visually seeing yourself in the mirror, seeing the bloat, and you just want to do everything you could. You feel guilty just to get rid of that weight. Don't do that. Hold yourself strong. Apply some discipline. A lot of clients do reach out when they do that, and as a coach, I want my clients to do that. And if I, as a coach, or I coach a client relationship, and my client keeps having that, then we have to have a different kind of conversation, and the conversation tends to be, why are we doing this to begin with? Why are we putting ourselves in a caloric deficit? Because the reason why you're doing it has to be big enough for you to have enough discipline for you to execute what the plan is. So that is my take. When you overeat, do not freak out. Just go back to what you were doing before. Hope you guys like this sort of video. If you do, comment, share with your friends. If you have any sort of topic you want me to cover, make sure you put a link to the question, ask the question in the description, send me a DM on my Instagram at SAMOKFIT, and we'll pick a question that I think is a hot topic or people might benefit from, and we'll go ahead and have, a burning question sort of episode on here, and we'll see how this goes. See you in the next one.